Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ryan Willoughby, spiritual guide, esoteric teacher, and channeler. And I wanted to come on today and just spend some time with you guys and do a video here and talking about the ascension in consciousness and what is happening for humanity at this time and what is going on with the ascension of our new earth, moving into the fifth dimension or the fifth density, depending on how you want to look at that. There's so much exciting stuff going on right now. I don't know if you guys can feel the energy of change, but it really is dependent upon where you currently are right now in your own level of consciousness. And so many right now across the earth are being activated. They are, these are people who you may have been on a spiritual journey now for years and really doing inner work and knowing the spiritual path, knowing spiritual truths. You may have even been like a life coach. You may have been a yoga teacher, uh, and knowing spiritual truths and following that path, but still living within the third dimensional reality, meaning that of separation, still moving through the aspects of fear and limitation and shame and guilt and all the things that are associated with the human self in a third dimensional reality. It's built that way, it's normal. And yet, there is something that's happening right now on our earth and with humanity, and it's happening in stages. And there are those who haven't been on the spiritual journey at all, who've had no interest in spirituality, um, no interest in religion and or God, or source or anything of that aspect, who are being awakened at this time as well. What does that mean? What does that look like? That can look like so many different things for so many different people. The messages that I'm receiving and the channeled messages from my guides that I am getting, and the way that it approached me was surprising for me. And the answer that came to me with that is that spirit and or source, consciousness and or love, whatever you want to call it, the highest states of vibration frequency of reality, of creation, is going to take the path of least resistance. And it is really, and what does that mean? So that means it's going to find its path to you where there is the least amount of resistance or the least amount of fear, in the way in which your mind has framed a higher dimensional reality or something that is outside of yourself. So for some, that could come from the fairy realm. For some, that could come from the archangel, the angelic realm. For some, it could come from a extraterrestrial realm, those that are extraterrestrials in other dimensions. For some, it could come from just higher states of consciousness, um, states of consciousness that are coming from different dimensions. And the way in which they are, of course, it could come from your higher self, your relationship to your higher self. Most of what happens is there is a set up structure outside of ourselves that we designed to come back and communicate and to work with us and to guide us back to our own higher self, that of ourselves that is the Creator. So it is about really building that relationship back with yourself. Anything other than the source of what you are is an illusion and part of the state of separateness, but there's nothing wrong with that. And through all the different layers and levels of dimensions, there are going to be certain levels of separation from ourselves for us to be able to experience anything other than what we are, which is pure source creation, God. And so even ourselves in higher dimensions that are coming back and guiding us at this time to guide us as the physical self, the physical human that we are, that's moving through this realization that I am more than the human self, that the human self is sacred, a part that I have created to use as a tool to move through creation and reality. And for the first time in the human form, we are taking it out of a third density of limitation, lack, separation, and fear, and bringing it with us into a new higher dimensional reality. Humans are moving into a higher dimension, and we will continue to evolve with that, and so will the human physical vessel itself as also. And we as a collective are slowly coming online, and more are going to be coming online. And if that's you, I want you to know that this is part of the process. And going through the process of becoming awakened, it's more than being woke. It is coming into the understanding that everything you knew for reality to be no longer exists. Everything is pretty much flipped on its head for how you understand even the rules and laws of karma and the cyclical nature even of what keeps you into the third dimension, and the physical laws that presented that no longer apply in a fifth dimensional and higher. Because of the frequency and resonance in which you're at, you are in a state of complete unity. Everything you do is done for the whole. There is no lack or separation. So there's different rules and laws that apply in a new dimensional reality. And when that happens, you can have an identity crisis. It is what you have always known to be normal, and your body to be of your identity and what you are, and clearing out on a cellular level the frequencies and low density frequencies and imprints that are no longer serving you are being cleared out. It is a new identity being birthed, and it is a new physical vessel that is coming into a manifestation and creation that you'll be taking into your new earth reality, into a new dimension. And in this process, it can feel like you don't know who you are. Your relationships that you have known are no longer serving you the way they have in the past. And doesn't mean that they can't move forward with you, but they're not going to be the same as what they are. Nothing will be the same. So you will start to come into a state of isolation, feeling very alone. And if you don't know what's happening, then you can become very fearful, and to know that this process is serving you, that this is part of the process of coming into your new being. And this time of solitude is the time for you to come into awareness of your higher dimensional self that is coming back to help guide you into coming in and becoming one with your higher self, your true source self creator. And this is part of that process. And at this time, and over the last 2 years, we are receiving huge upgrades in multiple different ways in which we're receiving this. The virus is part of the upgrade. It is upgrading our physical selves in reality and creating an environment where we are in isolation, to where we have to come into relationship with ourselves and our higher selves, and relationship with our higher dimensional beings who are messaging us and channeling through us to give us guidance. We are receiving light codes, vibrations, frequencies, and downloads to assist us in coming into receiving upgrades to our energetic light body and to our physical bodies. And this has been happening over the last, well, this has been happening over for years now, but an intense amount and of energy and light that has been coming in to assist us in the last 2 years. And the actual environment itself, Earth herself, who is raising her vibrational frequency, is holding an energetic space that allows us to stay and be in these high states of resonance that support us in this evolution and having the new baseline of who we are as a frequency being, energetic being. The last month, July, August, and now moving into September, these are very magical times for those of us who are coming online. And where you are focusing your thoughts, your emotions, where you want to create what you want more of, where you're holding your vision, is really helping support you in raising your vibrational frequency, but also in your high states of consciousness. Those of us who are in higher states of consciousness, who are focusing on more and more on what we want of, we are creating the new earth and the new reality in that process. We are a network of a field of quantum energy that is building the new earth. And it is through this that we are sustaining each other, but we are also drawing and attracting those at a lower vibrational frequency and raising their level of consciousness to come up and join us at a new level of reality. And it is helping bringing them online. And over the next few months, we are having powerful shifts, and you are being assisted. And it's so important that you sit into this place of knowing that the universe is here to serve you. Everything you have ever wanted, wished for, asked for is yours. It is already within you. It is time to take the principles of creation, of knowing the law of creation, of frequency and energy, and taking it to the level and the reality of the new earth, to be able to use it in a way in which we can create from a place of unconditional love and unity consciousness, that for everyone. So over the next few weeks, really just become aware of the feelings and sensations and everything that you're moving through, to always come back to the point that this is part of the process, that this is serving me, that this is taking me through to the other side of what is the new earth, what is the Christ consciousness. This is the heaven on earth. And there is that of what is shedding that of what is no longer serving you. And in that process of release, sometimes it is first revealed from the past or an experiences or emotions. Sometimes we're healing energies of the collective, of our ancestors, of the energies of the earth that right now is purging and releasing in order to be able to leave that into the low third dimensional reality, because we cannot take that with us into the fifth dimension. And in order to release it, sometimes it is first revealed and to be seen in order to let it go. It's part of the normal process. And it can be done in a beautiful, joyous way. And knowing how that has served you, the experiences that you've had moving through those low density reality, those experiences, they were part of the process of being in physical form that allowed us to know what we are not and to create huge amounts of compassion and understanding of what it is to be unity, to be all one, but then allowed to be individual, sovereign, energetic beings that can live and make choices that serve the whole as unity. That process was necessary. And releasing all of that, forgiving all of that, that was just an agreement to move through that. There was no choice in the decisions that you made and the counterparts that you agreed to have the roles with that served you in ways in which that caused pain, but that pain allowed you to know what you are and to have compassion and to know how and what you are and how to be a sovereign energy being while still being part of the whole unity consciousness. This process we are moving through, allow it, celebrate it, feel it, and let it move through you, and then elevate above it. If you can just accept your reality right now exactly as it is without judging it, that is you moving into a higher state of consciousness while experiencing still the lower density reality. You have to move through it without judgment in order to release it and to move into fifth dimensional reality. For there is no judgment there. It is understanding that that was built in its form to serve us. That is part of the release. That is part of the forgiveness. And as we do that, we are now moving into higher states of consciousness where you will continue to be assisted. You will be provided for. Your dreams will come true. This is a time to start dreaming that of what you want to create more of. Not creating out of, I don't have this, I want this, so I will manifest this. We don't create or manifest out of lack. What do you have now that is of love? You are love. You are love. You are creation. You are the creator. You want more of that. You create from love. And when you do that, you can create universes, worlds. It's not about what you don't have. Leave that mindset behind. You cannot take that into the fifth dimension. It's a third dimensional reality. That is the aspect of manifesting. We are now creators. Step into your creator role. Create from that of what you want more of, what you want to experience more of, and hold your vision there. And to stay into that state of appreciation of where you are now and how you've created all of this reality to be here and to be able to serve you now at this time. So I hope that was useful to you. I will kind of wrap it up there. If you would like more videos and content, please leave a comment or hit like or hit subscribe, and it'll let you know when the next video comes out. I'm sending you all love, light, and high vibration and frequency. And really, if you are a way shower, a light worker, a star seed, shine your light. Do whatever it is that gives you a sense, and just go out in the community and be your bright light of love. All we're asked to do at this time is just be love. With that, I'll sign off. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye.